Alright, it is Friday, September 1st. Yeah, that's right, this video is starting on a Friday because I have not gotten anything in the mail. It sucks. I did at least get a trade in, and it's more of a gift actually more than a trade. My friend Jeff Thompson, Top Shelf, you may know him as on a few places, messaged me and says, hey, do you need either of these cards for your 88-89 top set? And one of them was Gary Lehman. And I said, yeah, actually that Lehman card. And so he said, cool, yeah, I'll get it out to you. He said, do you have any 90-91 OPG Premier? Here's a list of what I need. And I didn't have anything there, but he's like, just keep an eye out for it for me. And if you come across one, send it my way. So I'm like, cool, I can do that. If I come across any, I will gladly pick them up for him. And this week, that is what came in, is the Gary Lehman autograph. Try to keep from getting, there we go. Try to get the glare off of it a bit. There. So there you go. Another one for the 88-89 set. Good stuff there. So yeah, not a damn thing in the mail in terms of anything. TTMs, trades, purchases. Just some Sport Lot stuff, which I was able to get signed today, which I'll get to that here in a moment. So also, what's his name? It was Jacob, I believe, Melton, the #1 prospect for the Astros, got moved from high A up to double A. And it's like, oh, crap, that's I'm going to have to scramble on this one. So I had a couple baseballs ready to go, but fortunately my friend Chris called up to Play Ball Sports Cards in Arlington and checked in with them and said, yeah, we've got a few of his Bowman card here. They put some aside, so I got to go and pick those up. And while I did that, I also grabbed, they had some grab bags of cards there. It had, I think, like, it said at least 15 cards and 2 autographs in each. And so I'm like, all right, because I mean, I didn't want to, have to put $1.50 on the card there, and they usually don't like running cards for that small of an amount when you're at a small shop like that. So I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and grab one of these, just see if there's anything in there that I need. And there's some good stuff. There's actually, I was able to get a card of Derek Holland, who we'll be seeing tomorrow, so hopefully I can get that signed, and if not, well, fine, I've got an extra one of him. But 2 autographs in there were Yordy Cabrera. It's from the Bowman set in, what year is that? 2010, 2011? 2011 looks like Bowman, so Yordy Cabrera, certified. And also a Chris Anderson from 2013, I believe that is Bowman. Certified autograph there as well. So cool, got those out of there. Got the cards of Melton, so one for me, one for Chris, one for Aaron. Chris and Aaron will get theirs tomorrow. I got mine today, and you'll see here in a moment if I was able to get it signed. So, went down to Frisco to the ball game there. We had the Frisco Rough Riders playing at home against the Corpus Christi Hooks. It's alumni weekend. They had a bobblehead giveaway today, so I got, where is that? Here we go. The 20th anniversary bobblehead here that features Josh Young and Chris Young. No relation, because it's spelled differently even. A double bobble right there, so fun stuff. I'll probably try to trade that off. I really don't do a whole lot of bobble collecting. I'm trying to get rid of almost all my bobbles. I'm trying to hold on to like any Cleveland ones, but I like to trade all of my Texas and Frisco ones for, Cleveland, Akron, Columbus, Lake County, anybody like that, any Cleveland-related ones. Browns, Cavs, Indians, Guardians, whatever you got, minor league teams for them, that kind of stuff. Anyways, so went to the batting cage first and hung out there for a bit, and JC Correa was the first player that we got, and fortunately Correa was cool about signing, did every card I had, which was 4 of them. So there's those. I already had his set card, this card for my set, actually. Picked up in a trade, but now I can replace it with an in-person one. I got one for my friend John as well, so another one to add into what I'm gotten done for him, so fun stuff there. Moving right along, Zach Daniels came out as well from there. Daniels, I was told that Daniels was a great signer, do everything he had. No, he's a very strict 1 per, and he will like stare you down to check you out and make sure that he remembers you. And if he signs for you a second time, he will get on you about it. So don't ask him a second time. He did at least sign the Bowman there, and he's another one where he's in the Heritage set for 2021, which I already got in a trade. I might try to get one for John tomorrow. We'll see if I can pull it off or not. Like I said, I'm going tomorrow and also on Sunday as well. Also out of the batting cage when they got done, I got the hitting coach, Vincent Blue, signed 2 cards for me. There's one right there. Former Tigers prospect. So, good stuff there. What year is this? This is 2007, it looks like, on those. So, fun stuff there. After that, went inside to see what we could do in there. Kennedy Corona was one of the first ones I got, and unfortunately, I didn't prep my card well enough, so it bubbled really bad. I've already erased it. We'll try it again tomorrow. You can see I was able to get it completely off there. No evidence of it having been signed from what I can see there, so maybe a little bit on that base there, but yeah, whatever. Looks clean enough to me. So hopefully get that redone tomorrow. While I was over there, though, I was also able to get Colin Barber. He signed 4 cards. We got lucky, by the way. They let us in at 5:30 instead of the normal 6 o'clock. So we got in while the players were still on the field there for the Hooks, doing their pregame stretch, throwing, infield practice, all that kind of stuff. And so got those guys. Like I said, got Corona there. We got Colin Barber next. He did 4 cards for me, including 2 of the Heritage right there. Another one that I already had from previous trades and purchases there. I'll replace it with my one I got myself. Got one to go to John as well. So fun times there. The pitchers were playing a game of hacky sack out there. All the starters were, and fortunately Tyler Brown was out there with them, and he was great. Signed everything that I had. That was 4 cards in this case, so no Heritage ones, but still, he's on that first Bowman Chrome there. It came out pretty nice. It's just weird how inconsistent Bowman Chrome cards can be with certain methods of prepping, because I'm just going to start sticking to the baby powder method from now on, because I had luck with that last time. I used to have luck with it all the time, and I switched away from it for some reason. I don't even remember why I switched off of it, but I tried the nose grease method, where you try to get some of the skin oil there from the side of your nose and rub it on there real well. It usually works well, and it worked great on this particular card, for example, but it did not work worth a damn on that Kennedy Corona card. So if I've ever recommended the nose grease method, don't use it anymore. It's not working. I think that maybe the companies may have started using a slightly different Optichrome paper there for the chrome and optic kind of stuff, but yeah, stick with the baby powder. It seems to be the tried and true method, and yeah, it works great, so stick to that. Anyways, waited around for a while. They went back in, came out to do their regular normal stretches and stuff, and Will Wagner was one of the first ones out and signed everything I had. Great signature from the kid, too, so good stuff there. Signed 2 of the first edition Bowmans, and I think I had just a regular Bowman there as well. Yeah, so came out real nice on those. And again, nose grease method worked fine on those paper ones, whereas some other paper ones it doesn't. I don't know what the hell's going on here now. So Jacob Melton, I had mentioned I got those cards picked up from Play Ball in Arlington, put them aside for me, and the great thing is, I mean, it was $1.50 for the 3 cards. It's like, hell yeah, we'll gladly take 50 cents each on those cards, and he has a great signature as well. And by the way, the skin oil prep method worked just fine, because look at that, Jacob Melton has an absolutely beautiful signature. Love that right there. And so I was able to get my card signed. I've got one sitting there for Chris and for Aaron to pick up and get done tomorrow as well. After that, Kennedy Corona came by again. Fortunately, I was able to at least get him on my custom here. So that came out pretty nice. Yeah, just love the way that one came out. So pretty happy there. And then suddenly the power went out. The scoreboard shut off. The music stopped. The lights overhead were like about only half on. And everybody just quit stretching. They're like, yeah, this, we don't know what's going on because we cannot play in this. So we waited around for a while. It was like 6:45 that all the lights started going out. So we're just like hanging out there, and I tried over on the Frisco side, didn't get the guys that I need. I only had 2 guys left I have stuff for on the Frisco side that aren't on a DL right now, plus 2 injured list guys, but didn't get any of them. Came back over on the Corpus side again and tried. I figured, all right, well, all I had left were 2 or 3 guys I had anything for that I hadn't gotten on anything yet. So talked to a Corpus fan down there, and he pointed out, he said, oh yeah, Zach DeZenzo's right down in the dugout there, so I was able to get him. Ohio State product right there. Very happy to get that. Then he said, yeah, hey, down the line there, hanging out down the outfield there, you've got Jordan Brewer there. So I said, all right, cool, we'll head down there. And Brewer was super nice, signed everything I had, all 4 cards, which, again, I already had his set card right there, but I got one in myself. I've got another one sitting here for John. So knocked out 3 set, not exactly needs, but set kind of upgrades, I guess is the best way to put it, and 3 more for John that hopefully he'll be able to hook me up with some stuff in exchange for those. And lastly, I was able to get the manager, Dickie Joe Thon. I stuck with Mr. Thon on that because I've heard that he will ignore you if you just call him just Dickie. So you got to go with like DJ, Dickie Joe, Joe, or just Mr. Thon I went with. So there you go. I love that card. I mean, look at the, I think it's what, a super fractor, X fractor, something. I don't know the fractors exactly, but I mean, it looks really cool. It's got the green border on it. Is that numbered to anything? No serial numbering on it, but yeah, sign in blue there. Pretty happy to get that done. So there you go. Did pretty well with everything. All I have left, I mean, I've got stuff on a couple of guys that, like I said, I've got more stuff on Kennedy Corona because he signs 1 per, and I had to erase that one. Zach Daniels is a 1 per signer, so hopefully I can knock him out on a couple more and do some set upgrades there. But yeah, overall, pretty good way to start this out. And tomorrow we've got the Rangers, or the Frisco Rough Riders alumni that are going to be there. Got a few guys I'm going to pull just in case they're not on the list as being there, but they're part of like the 20th anniversary team, so I might as well carry stuff for them, just in case. So there you go. See what happens. Hopefully have some more to talk about right after this. All right, it is Sunday, the 3rd, right? 3rd? Yeah,
Yes.
3rd. That's the 3rd, yes. Sunday the 3rd. Went up to Frisco last night because they had all the Rangers alumni, not all of them, but 4 guys from the Rangers and Rough Riders alumni for 20th anniversary weekend. And we also, got Corpus Christi and Frisco autographs as well. Very, very good outing yesterday. So we'll go through and give you a recap. We went out to the batting cage first, where Brad Miller happened to be down. He's on a rehab assignment there from the Rangers. He was in there taking cuts, and wait till he was done, and he signed for us, and there's a card. He does 1 per. Super nice guy about it. He told us, hey, make sure you keep the lights on tonight. So, yeah, pretty good. But yeah, got Miller outside there. Didn't get anyone else there. We went, got in the line right after he got done because we knew that we were going to have to run to the front to be able to get anybody for Frisco. Or for, the Frisco alumni guys. So we ran in and we still were like 80th in line, even though we were like maybe 4th or 5th in line from the left field gate there. And had a pretty direct route there, but a lot of people came in at home plate, just zipped right in there in front of us. So about 80th or so, and I'm thinking, oh god, this is not good, because they said that the 4 alumni guys were also going to be going out and doing stuff for the first pitch. It's like, oh crap, this is not good. So we're thinking, okay, well, we may not be able to go down and get to the Corpus guys at all. We'll see what happens. So lines start moving gradually. We get up toward the front, and they're like, oh yeah, hey, we're gonna have to cut this off in 7 minutes. They may come back after first pitch, not sure yet, but it's a possibility. And we're at that point, we're like, okay, well, we're like 4 from the table. They've got 7 minutes. We're good to go. And we were indeed. So Tanner Shepard was the first one there. Got him on a pair of cards. I originally booked 4 for everybody, but I mean, the sign said 1 per, and I'd heard that somebody had said that Chris Davis had asked somebody, hey, which one do you want me to sign? So I'm like, all right, we'll go down to 1. They're like, nah, we'll go 2. So there's a 2 from Tanner Shepard. He was super nice. He would have probably signed all 4 if I'd left them on there. Hindsight 2020, but yeah, you don't want to take too many chances with this. Ian Kinsler was next at the table there, and so I had I picked up his. It's funny. This was before they put in the rookie card regulations from the MLBPA and all that. So this is Ian Kinsler's first year Bowman Heritage. This is technically his. I think in Beckett it would be listed with as a rookie card with an asterisk, but then also his 2006 Bowman Heritage that has the rookie card tag actually on it. So. They're technically both his Bowman Heritage rookie cards, just the first year one in the blue jersey gets the asterisk on it, but he signed both cards I had there, which was most excellent. He probably wouldn't have done much more than 2, so I'm glad I just went with the 2 on that one. Chris Davis was next, and so I figure I'm going to guarantee that I get him on my Heritage card, so I put down 2 Heritages, and he signed both of those. 1 for my set, 1 for trade. And Derek Holland, I couldn't decide what I wanted as my second one, so I just threw down the 1 because I really wanted to get the white frame Gypsy Queen card signed. He put it in a great location there, right at the bottom there. So that came out real nice. Got all those guys. So I'm already at 8 autographs before even getting down to the field. So we got done at the field and headed down, or at the tables and headed down to the field after that. And we could not have timed this much better. As we were coming down there, Jacob Melton was walking in, who I mentioned on my thing yesterday is the Astros top prospect. Aaron had 2 cards because I had the ones I picked up from the card shop, 1 for him, 1 for Chris, who was not able to make it. So Chris is getting that one. And then I decided, okay, well, I mean, I've got a couple baseballs. I might as well go ahead and throw him on a baseball. And check that out. Great signature right there. Sweet spotted it. Yeah, love that one. That's pretty good right there. So what after that? Next to him, we saw Will Wagner had already gotten to the dugout, and as he was coming back out, signed for all of us. So I'll be splitting these with Chris, but there's he did 3 that I had right there. Good stuff. Let's see, J.C. Correa. We saw him coming in, and he'd signed everything I had out by the cage yesterday, and then, or I guess Friday. And then for Saturday's game, he was just on the field there, and 1 per on there for Chris's stuff. So we'll go to Chris. Most of the stuff I got here, I am going to be splitting with him. He messaged me. He said, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it to the game. Is there any chance you could take this stuff? Is there anybody you're out of stuff on for Corpus? I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of guys I have nothing for. So hooked me up with a lot of those ones. Went up a little ways. Saw Jordan Brewer out there doing his warm-ups. And as he got done, he came in, signed everything. I had 4 cards for him. 2 to me, 2 to Chris. Let's see here. Hitting coach Vincent Blue came through. Vincent Blue apparently does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now, as well as along with coaching baseball, and he signed everything that I had there. Super nice guy, right there. 3 for me, 3 for Chris. And was that it? Oh yeah, I got Zach Daniels on one more. That's goes into my set, and I'll use the one I have in the set to go to John there for his stuff. Let's see here. Went up to the bullpen after that as Tyler Brown came in, and so got him on these ones. Again, we'll be splitting those with Chris. Check out that one, the first Bowman Refractor. Fun stuff. So that was it for Corpus, but I mean, still, I mean, that's like 29 cards that I got done pre-game. Well, 28 cards in a ball or something like that. So pretty nice numbers. So went down to the field after that, hoping to try to get Frisco players. They were walking out. None of them were in the mood to sign, though, since they had just lost 1-0 and blown a couple chances to possibly tie it or win it or whatever late. So went outside, and fortunately, Chris Cease signed the ones I had there from Chris. So 2 for me, 2 for him. Let's see here. Justin Slayton was another one who was out there. I had 1 card of him from Chris, so that'll go to him. And I finally was able to get Josh Hatcher on my custom, which I've had sitting here for a while now. Got that done. Good to go there. So, yeah, knocked out. I'm still waiting. I still did not see Dane Acker out there. He's tough to spot because, I mean, he's a kind of generic-looking 6'2" white guy with a beard, which is like, 4 guys on the team. So it's like, is that him? No, I don't think. Is that him? No, it might have been. That was probably him that just walked right by us. So, haven't gotten him yet. And, God, who's the other one? I've got some stuff from Chris for Ryan Garcia as well that I might be able to get done. But I'm going to be going out there next week at some point. I'm going probably to Thursday's game, and I might try to go out there on Saturday as well. We'll see. So, there you go, though. That's what I was able to get. Pretty light week aside from the in-person stuff. I mean, nothing in the mail there. I've got some Sport Lot stuff for next week when Northwest Arkansas comes through, so hopefully I'll get those knocked out. But yeah, that's it for the week. Thanks for tuning in. Check out TTM Cast podcast with myself and Jeff Baker. We've got a new episode that just dropped on Saturday. Do it every Saturday and every Wednesday for TTM Cast one-on-one, so tune in for those. If you need addresses, go and check out Sports Card Forum and sportscollectors.net. Sports Card Forum is free. Sportscollectors.net is $15 a year. Has a lot of great tools on it. I highly recommend paying that and using that. And yeah, check out my website, dfwgrapher.com. That's it for the week. Hopefully we'll have a better showing TTM next week, and hopefully this rain out here keeps on coming today, because I kind of like having some rain, letting it cool down here, and hopefully it clears off, though, by next week when I go from Northwest Arkansas. We'll see ya. It's Tuesday the 5th. It's a new week, new video, all that fun stuff. Not a whole lot of stuff here. Let's see here. I've got Sport Lots thing. Don't really need to go showing that off, I don't think. Another Sport Lots package. Don't really need to show that one off. But I've got a couple of purchases and a TTM. So we'll go through those. First purchase, funny that this one, I finally found out why well, I'll get into that here in a minute. But this one's from an eBay purchase, and the guy, I couldn't bid on his auction for whatever reason, and I couldn't figure out what the hell, why exactly not. So fortunately, though, my wife was able to bid on it, so she put in the bid. I was able to get the win on it, and so I've got a set card headed my way. And let's see, come on, that up, and there we go. It's has some extra cards around it, the package in there. It's just kind of random, but there you go. Got the Chad Pinder card signed for the Topps Heritage 2021 set. Another set hit there to add in with that. And the reason why I couldn't bid, I found out why. I had bid and bought an auction from this guy a few years ago, and it's like, 'cause the name sounded familiar. I'm like, what happened? And I looked back through there, and the reason was he sent my card last time with he charged $4 for shipping and put a 63-cent stamp on it, which is completely insane. He just made, over $3 off me just for the hell of it. And it's like, seriously, dude? I mean, if you're going to charge $4 shipping, at least put tracking on the envelope. And no, it had a 63-cent stamp on it. And I left him positive feedback because the card got here in time. It was a decent price aside from that extra shipping cost. And I said, hey, yeah, real quick, got it in, thanks. 63 cents shipping for $4 charge. He blocked me from bidding on any of his stuff after that. I mean, dude, you got your positive feedback. Don't gouge people unnecessarily, but oh well. Found my way around it. My wife was able to get it for me, and so I've got another set hit right there. Let's see here, another purchase here. This one's kind of funny how this one came about. It's another eBay one, but there was a dealer on there, and I think I bought from this guy before, actually. I think I may have dealt with this, may have made a couple trades with him before. And this guy put up a lot on eBay, and I was looking through, and I think it's like 80 cards that he had in this thing, or 70 cards for the Heritage set signed, and I'm like, I only need a couple of these. Is there any way, like, if this doesn't sell, could I get just these 2 alone? And he's like, dude, I've got extras on them. I will sell them to you for $8 shipped. And I'm like, okay, done. We'll go ahead and do that. So got that all squared away, and I believe that is what is going to be in here. Yes, it is. This is the Trevor McDonald autograph for the Heritage Miners set, and an Anthony Servideo for the Heritage Miners set. So 3 set hits right there to put in. Still got another one from a previous thing I need to put up, so get all those shot and posted here later on today. And so let's go ahead and go into this TTM. I'm not sure if this is going to be a success or not. Excuse me. So this guy stopped signing for his $10 rate that he'd been charging a couple months ago, and started sending out notes that, oh yeah, I'm going to do it through this company here, blah, 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 whatever. So like, oh well, I probably won't ever be able to get these particular cards signed at all. But then Jeff Baker from TTM Cast said, oh yeah, hey, I got this guy. And well, it was for the charity he works with. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see if he's back to signing at his normal $10 rate here. And, you know, send it out, 2 cards, 10 each, and see if we get these back to Harold Baines. We'll see what we got here. And from Harold Baines, we have 1 card signed out of 2. I will gladly take that. That's good enough for me. I mean, yeah, $20, 1 card rather than 2. I'm good with that. There you go. Harold Baines rookie card. Another one to add to the rookie card signed collection there. So, yeah. Overall, yeah, I will gladly take that for $20. Got the rookie card signed. I'm good on that. So, 1 out of 2 from Harold Baines. Yeah. Another one to add into the, well, another, not set exactly, but kind of a project that I'm doing a little bit of, kind of half-assing it a little bit there, just doing whatever I can with it. But, you know, the Hall of Famer rookie card, you can never go wrong with those. So, there you go. Good start to the week. Hopefully there's going to be more to follow. All right, it's Friday the 8th, and I actually have 2 TTMs that came in here today. So, pretty excited to check those out. We have some in-person graphing going on tomorrow and possibly Sunday as well. We'll see about that. But let's go ahead and take a look at these. First one, this one is postmarked from Carroll Stream, Illinois. And this is under BB, and I believe this is going to be a current Cubs player, Mr. Brad Boxberger. Sent off to him when I saw that he was signing a few. It's like, yeah, we'll try him out here and hopefully get him for the Heritage set. And we've got that back, signed in blue very nicely, right there. Got kind of lucky on this one. It's one of the high number short prints there, the card number 492, as you see right there. And I actually found it on Sport Lots for 20 cents. And I'm like, yeah, we'll scoop that up right now. So, I mean, typically, you know, the short prints like this, you're going to be paying a couple bucks each on them. So, 18 cents for that, and then got a TTMs. You can't really beat that. So, there you go. Another nice little set hit. Add that into my pile I need to get uploaded. Next one we've got here, the initials are AB, and this is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I think this is a hockey one, and I think this is Aaron Broughton, if I remember right. So another, hopefully a 88-89 top set hit in here, if that's who I'm thinking. It is indeed Aaron Broughton. And he did indeed sign everything that I sent there. So we'll show you, let's see here. Go with these 2 here. We'll go with, got the, well, let's see here. Let's go with the North, okay. I don't even know which ones to go with here to show off, because I mean, there's, okay, let's go with these, yeah. So you got the North Stars one right there. You got the, let's go with this one here, because it's the Leafs card that shows him with the Nordiques. Didn't get a Leafs photo of him in time, so I had to use the Nordiques one. I think it might be the only card that features him on the Nordiques, possibly, not certain. And, of course, the 88-89 card there as well. So, good stuff there. So, Aaron Broughton, Brad Boxberger, a couple set hits. Finally got a couple TTMs. I'm liking this. So, hopefully there's going to be some more tomorrow. If not, I mean, we're going to have some in-person graphing here coming up right after this. Kellen Strom to the plate here in a 2-2 game between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Frisco Quesos. They've got the special alternate identity there tonight, so you might be able to see the logo. First pitch bunted. Up with it is Strom, and nobody's covering. And wow, on the bunt, it's a base hit, and I'm not really sure what just happened there. So back-to-back questionable defensive plays by the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Just a moment ago, it was runners at first and second. A ground ball got hit to Strom at first base. He tried to throw it to second and ended up throwing it out into left field, which scored the tying run. Put runners at the corners. Now this bunt here put down. Nobody bothered to cover first base after Strom came up with it. And so right now it's going to be bases loaded for Josh Hatcher. Hatcher over 2 so far with a pair of strikeouts. Big cut and miss on the first pitch. It's 0-1, 76 miles an hour on that delivery. They do credit Strom with the single on that. The pitch by Biasi is high for a ball. Top of the order for the Quesos here for Frisco has got on base 5 times so far. But the ensuing batters have gone and combined about 0 for 12 or so after that, or 1 for 12 after that. As Hatcher with another big cut and miss, and it's down to 1-2 now. Once again, nobody out as we are here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Game tied at 2 apiece. Northwest Arkansas with 2 runs in the first inning off of a 2-run homer by Wallace. Set by Biasi on the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking, and Hatch will go and have a seat for the 3rd time so far here today. Excuse me, we'll keep it right here. Hope we can get something here besides that bunt base hit and the strikeout. As Aaron Zavala comes to the plate, lined out in the 2nd, hit by a pitch in the 4th. Frisco's runs coming in the 3rd and here in the 5th as the first pitch curveball comes high for a ball. Zavala hitting an eye-popping 198 on the year, 5 home runs for him with 36 runs batted in. He's DH here tonight. Biasi in relief comes set, and the pitch is hit in the air toward left. Left field under it, he'll make the catch. Tagging from 3rd and scoring is Langford, and that'll make this a 3-2 lead for Frisco. Getting Wyatt Langford to the plate with, 2 on. I thought it was bases loaded, but no, there's a double on the previous at-bat. So 2 on here for Wyatt Langford with 2 out. He is 2 for 3 so far in the game, a single and a 2-run double in the 2nd, which he later scored off of. He also walked in the 6th inning. He takes the first pitch, 82 miles an hour for a ball. Langford, a .316 hitter since getting moved up to Double-A. No home runs yet. 4 RBI, though. Noah Murdoch on the mound. He comes set. Quick check to the runner at 2nd and delivers. Ground to short. Feeling this one's Tolbert. He'll throw to 2nd for the force, and that will end the inning. 7-1 our score. The Frisco Rough Riders on top here against the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. All right, it is Sunday. Let's take a look and see what I was able to get over the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, out in Frisco to finish off the season. Final in-person outing, at least at a ballpark. I mean, I've got, the the Rangers toy drive that'll be coming up later on, but yeah, last time out for the season. So, anyways, started out with got the Northwest Arkansas Naturals coming in against Frisco Rough Riders. And I figured, all right, I mean, I've got a few things for Frisco left to get and a whole bunch of Northwest Arkansas stuff. So I figured, let's try the Frisco side first, because the big thing I wanted to get was Rangers top prospect Wyatt Langford. I didn't know how he was going to sign outside the ballpark, and I'd heard he was a good signer inside, so I figured, all right, let's try for Langford inside and just see what we can get here. So went over to the Rangers side, hung out there for a while. Unfortunately, he was the first one out other than like the starting pitcher and catcher and pitching coach. So those guys came out, did their warm-ups, and Langford was the first one out. Said, yeah, hey, I'm going to drop my stuff in the dugout and then go sign. And he did exactly that. Went, dropped his stuff off, and came and signed right down the line, and got him right there on that ball. So, yeah, turned out real nice, sweet spot there. And the game-used ball, actually. This is one that I think it was one that I found in the ballpark sitting next to the bullpen a few weeks ago, or months ago, I guess it would have been. So, decent conditions. Yeah, I mean, you got the little worn down on there, but aside from that, I mean, nice, clean, sweet spot there, and that's what I like most about it. So, got Langford on that. After that, I went over to the Northwest Arkansas side. Players were already coming out for them, and I missed the coaches. They were like the first ones out just about for them, so missed them at first. I was able to get Caden Wallace, one of their top prospects and infielder, on a card right there. I had 2 total. I had heard he was only 1 per signer, so I only put the 1 out, and funny, on Sunday, I tried to get him as he was leaving the field, but he had his hands super full. He's like, yeah, I really can't right now. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I was actually the only one graphing the Northwest Arkansas side, which made it kind of good and also kind of tough because, I mean, excuse me, I didn't have anyone to help me stop players or anything like that, but also guys who are kind of tough signers were a little bit more willing. So, for example, Jorge Bonifacio, who has been up in the majors on a few stints there with the Royals, actually signed 2 cards for me, so got him on that one. We'll break out the other one right there. Got him on those 2, so pretty happy there. He was a 1 per signer I'd always heard, and I'd heard he really didn't want to do it, but he came and did 2 out of 3 for me, so I really can't complain there. Jason Guzman, I only had 1 card left of him, so got him on that down at the field. All 3 of these guys were right down at the field that I got them. So after that, I went up to the bullpen just to see who I could pick off up there and figure out. And fortunately, Noah Murdoch is pretty easy to find. I mean, he's a 6'8", like super blonde dude, and signed both cards I had of him. Let's see here. Who's after that? Oh, yeah. While I was also up at the bullpen, it was Justin Anderson, who is a former... he played up with the Angels, and he was in the Rangers organization for a while a couple of years ago. But didn't get him at all. He was in Frisco, but I think he was out injured that whole season. So I did at least get him on these 2 cards that I had picked up before that season when we had him and never saw him. Let's see here. That was it for the pregame. So got all those guys that I could knocked out, but... Oops, flip those the other way. There we go. Trying to keep my stuff all in order here as I'm putting it back down. Post-game, had to see if I could figure out a few other guys, which was kind of tough because all the starters and even a couple of bullpen guys were in pullovers, so it's tough to identify them. Fortunately, I did see TJ Sikkema up in the bullpen, and had kind of longish hair and a beard, so it was a little easier to spot him. So right after the last pitch, I was able to get him, and he signed everything I had. One bubbled, actually 2 of them bubbled on me. I was able to erase one, and this one, unfortunately, these tops ones, they're spot UV coating over the player, so it bubbles on the player there, but nowhere else. So it's like, can't really erase that too easily, or just go with it. It's not too bad. The other one was a Bowman Chrome one, looked real bad, but I was able to erase that and got it redone the next day, which you'll see here in a moment. Also got pitching coach Larry Carter on 3 cards. I had 4. It turns out the 4th one, though, is not him. It's a different Larry Carter, so be forewarned, if you're going for Larry Carter, make sure you get cards of the right one. The one that played for Beloit, that's in the, I think it was 91 Pro Card set. Whichever Pro Card set looks like the, it has like the notepad, basically, on it. That's not him. That's a different Larry Carter. So don't get that one done. But the Shreveport Captains from the 91 Line Drive set. There's a Pro Cards one with, who is this? The Salinas Spurs. And another one with the Salinas Spurs from the 89 California League. Those are all him. Just not the Beloit guy. So there you go. Let's see here. Had a little help, fortunately, to identify Mason Barnett, because he was another one who was in a pullover, and there was fortunately a grapher who was able to get him post-game, and he signed the 2 cards that I had for him. I had heard he is a no-dupes signer, so don't put down 2 of the same card, and I'm not sure if he counts chrome and paper as being the same. Some guys do, some guys don't, but put both of those down and got them signed. I was hoping to have Gavin Cross finish off the blackjack there, but he is on the injured list, and I do not believe traveled at all. So after that, went outside over to the Frisco side. Langford came out there and signed outside. I just got a photo with him there since I'd gotten him inside. And I finally was able to knock out Dane Acker. I've been waiting for him all year. The problem is I couldn't identify him because he's just kind of, generic 6'2" white guy with a beard, which is, like half the pitchers on that team. So, fortunately, somebody was able to pick him off, and I was able to get him on 4 cards, including that one. I love these, love getting the Prism ones signed. They're like that, all different parallels. But, yeah, so there you go. That was it for that game. So came back yesterday, or today, as the case may be. I'm recording this on Monday. I said this was Sunday. I mean, I was just throwing it off there because I try to keep it all in 1 week. Whatever. Yeah, so went out and did the batting cage first. And out there, I was able to get Andy LaRoche. LaRoche is a 2 per signer, and did those 2 for me. So, glad to get him. Unfortunately, I picked up 8 cards of him, then I'm like, I'm good with just the 2 there. I was hoping that Hoppy was going to be able to be at the game there too, but battling some illness, so she's like, I probably better not. I'm like, yeah, don't push yourself. Definitely take the rest. Health is more important. Let's see. So went inside. Jorge Bonifacio signed again, coming in this time 1 per, but I like that card there. It's just a good photo there, so I'm like, yeah, we'll go with that one. So got him on that. Tommy Shields, the manager, came over and signed everything. I went digging through the minor league archives on him, and but yeah, he signed everything I had, and go with that one right there. He's got a lot of minor league stuff. He even has at least 1 major league issue. He was in the Is it 90? Yeah, 93 Fleer Ultra set with the Cubs. So there you go. But yeah, other than that, a lot of minor league stuff, which I was fortunately able to find a seller on Sport Lots who had a bunch of them for like a quarter each, which is great because some of those guys jacked the price of those minor league sets up to like $1 each, even on guys who never made it to the majors. All it's like, I'm not going to pay that. If you put it a quarter, though, yeah, I'll gladly take those. So fortunately, I was able to find those. TJ Sycamore came through and re-signed my Bowman Chrome. Looks a lot better there. It's weird. I prepped this card with powder and everything and had no problems with any of the other cards at all, and this one bubbled so badly for some reason, so I erased it, repowdered it, came out fine on the second try. So, yeah, just make sure you heavily prep your Chrome cards. You never know, because it's weird. Sometimes I have major problems with them, and sometimes nothing at all. So, yeah, just be careful with it. Powder the hell out of them if you need to. Let's see, Peyton Wilson. I didn't see him the day before, and he was one that I was really hoping to get, because I had actually pulled this card from a pack, and fortunately, I was able to get that signed and a couple others. It's another one from the Prism set. And like I said, I love getting those signed, and I mean, especially because that set, I worked on that one, so it's like, yeah, I like getting stuff that I worked on signed. Speaking of Prism stuff, I got Eric Sarantola as well on some Prism cards. There's one of those parallels right there. So, he was another one who was kind of tough to identify because he was in a pullover, but fortunately, he's got kind of like reddish hair, so it's like, all right, you find a 6'5" red-haired dude, it's like, you've got about 98% chance of being right on who he is, and so I was able to pick him off because of that. I got one of my Mason Barnett paper cards. I put both of them down just in case. Yeah, he only did the one, but yeah, I'm good with that. Let's see, Beck Way did both a Prism and my custom. Let's see if we can pull that. There we go. Kind of tough to get it out of there, but there you go. Check those out. It's one of the only customs I got signed. I had a couple of them, but unfortunately, who was it? I think it's Eric Cameron. Whoever the Cameron kid is, he was the starter, and so couldn't get him, couldn't identify Chandler Champlain, and so I was hoping to get them post-game, and I got down by the field, and one of the other graphers kind of was talking my ear off, and I'm like, oh god, I got this dude talking to me on one side, trying to identify these guys, and I'm like, I'm not going to get them, so missed out on those two, but yeah, whatever, they might be there next year, maybe, who knows, we'll see. Went outside, got Dane Acker to finish off the cards that I had of him, so very happy to do those. Was there a Prism in there? Yeah, there's another Prism parallel right there, one of the blue ones. So got Acker on everything else I had there, which is great, and real nice guy. Finally able to identify him. And as we were waiting around, Wyatt Langford came out and was signing for everybody, and like, you know what? I've got a junk ball here that I can throw him on. I had kept a ball with me just in case, you never know if you find a kid who, has been trying to get a ball all game and hasn't had any luck with it, and go, hey, here, have this one. But didn't see one during the game at all, so I'm like, all right, well, I've got this junk ball. It's, here, I'll show you where it's like, it's real bad on one of the horseshoes right there, kind of scuffed up bad. The logo completely worn off on it there. I mean, you can't even read it, but the sweet spot, clean enough, and I was able to get a real nice looking signature there in that bold black pen, so it came out nice. I'm pretty happy with that one, so, happy with both of them, really. I mean, I got a good ball with a decent sig, got a crappy ball with an even better sig, so, yeah, I don't do a whole lot with baseballs at all, so, but, yeah. I mean, the guy was the number 4 overall draft pick. He's already made it to Double-A, 2-3 months after getting drafted. I think, has an outside chance of even ending up in Arlington before the end of the season here, so, you know what? Throw him on whatever I can, because it might be my only chance to get him, so, there you go. That's what, 46 autographs total, I believe, so, like 44 cards and 2 baseballs. Pretty good way to finish out the season. Pretty happy with that. Got some TTMs this week. It's been a nice way to finish off the season. So that about does it for that. I'm just going to have hopefully a lot more TTMs here coming in over the next few months. I don't really have a whole lot to fill in this channel if I don't. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff. We'll have a few in-person things like the toy drive and winter caravans and all that. And we'll see what I decide to do with this channel for the next season, because I really don't know yet. I feel like it's kind of stalling out a little bit. Maybe I'll reach out and, let people give some recommendations to things to add in, things to do, how to cover stuff. But, yeah, we'll see. Thanks for tuning in. I'm combining this into 2 weeks here, as you probably noticed by now. I already did my standard spiel of sites to check out earlier on. So, there you go. Yeah, we'll see you next week.